Well, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Let me.
Sportcat's Daily Gazette, live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon. I don't even have my jovial self to talk this morning. Welcome to everybody on WZQR. Thank you for tuning in for the replay. And thank you to Dare Talk Radio, Radio X in Australia, Radio X country. You know what? Just thank you all of Australia for tuning in. We really appreciate your love and support. Please come over to the YouTube channel, the Sportcat shows. Even if you're viewing this on another channel, Harley's or Brenda's or one of my personal, come over to the Sportcat shows. We're trying to get monetized, trying to make a difference in this world. So we could really use your support by coming over and subscribing, liking, commenting on videos, whether during the chat or post show. And getting in here, we have some great people. Denise, my moderator, she's in here. Chris is in here. And I thought I saw Randy somewhere. Let me bring Brenda out here. There's some days I just don't want to do a show, Brenda, and I think this is one of them.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not. There's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much good. Yeah. There's so much bad. And some days it seems as though the bad overtakes the good.
Yeah.
And I want to come on here and I want to be a positive light. I want to talk funny stories. I want to talk about, sports, weather, what you and I do. We have a banter. But some days there's just such an overwhelming doom and gloom on the world. It's hard to,
I know.
So I have a heavy heart today, and let me play the disclaimer because, at some point I'm probably going to say something you don't like. So let me just.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
Yeah, please, I'm not a scientist.
Well, we'll have to talk after the show because I have a idea for the other show.
Okay.
It won't cost you so much research.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me catch up with the comments. Chris, thank you for the compliment. Last night's show was good. Yeah, it started off as a shit show. I hit go live because I was the only one in the studio and the screen went totally blank. So I had to rebuild the studio, message my guests and my co-hosts. And so it started off as a shit show. And I was, we had a comedian on before and he was Robin Williams impersonator. And he's actually gone on to be in movies. I need to get him back. And he came in like a ball of fire for like 20 minutes. He didn't stop talking. And we had a great time with it. And I was kind of concerned because it's hit or miss. But, man, Jeff was funny. He brought humor to the room. He engaged with the chat, which we all appreciate. So it was fun. And then our second guest, man, that was a heavy subject. But I feel like Samantha wrote a book that a lot of people probably need to read, From Crackhead to Jesus. That was a good story. So, yeah, it was. And, yes, Chris, I will try and remain up the middle. It's sometimes hard. So, welcome, Randy. And let me remind everybody, Randy is the president, CEO, I don't know. He's the head motherfucker in charge of
CEO.
streaming TV network. We will be doing a show over there soon, as will Australia. So we're encouraging everybody. It's $9.99 a month. Come over and subscribe. There's no contract. Get our shows. You'll get Brenda's shows. They got paranormal shows. They got classic movies. They get the old funny cartoons. So check them out. $9.99 a month or $99 for a year. And when you come over from our show, make sure to tell them in the whatever the form or you fill out online that you come over from the Sportcat shows so that Randy knows we either suck or we're doing good, one or the other. So I guess that's the way of moving the needle. Oh, we've got 12 subscribers for Glenn, and well, okay. And all the other shows got like 10 million. Well, Glenn sucks. We'll get rid of him. So, so yeah, I guess that's the way of moving the dipstick. So, yeah. Yes, Randy is. That's his new title, HMFIC. So we'll get him a business plaque that says that. So, and yeah, they were funny last night. But so Brenda, are you okay? I see you're not on screen today. We've just got your lovely black screen.
I was up all night, and like I had said, and I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
My first husband died right before midnight, and yesterday I was on the phone with his wife. Oh my gosh, almost half of the evening, and then after he passed away again for a while. But she's a lost girl. I hate it for him, but he had, a few medical problems. He's the one, when I married him, Glenn, I could show you a picture. The man looked like not Marilyn Manson. What's his face? Manson, without the swastika on his head. Wow. And when I married him, he had really long hair too. But he was a good guy. Him and I were still friends, and I hate it, but I guess it's the circle of life.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry for your loss, Brenda.
I'm sorry you had to call me at 6 minutes before show. Not even that. What? Yeah, 4 minutes before showtime? Are you awake? Oh, I am now.
I'd already sent the search party out with Randy. I was like, "Where the hell? What did you do to my Brenda?" So
and right now my hair is sticking up. I look like what are those little troll dolls? There you go.
I love it. So, well, just make sure Jack sends pictures. We won't share them with the chat. I promise. So yeah. Well, last night I had a great show. The internet has been crazy for the past couple days. I don't know if it's AT&T or if it's the world. So, because I talked to the Thin Line Rock Station, and they had been having internet problems as well. So, I don't know. Maybe we're getting this attacks.
Actually, I think Randy can explain that. I think I forgot to tell you about something's going on with YouTube and different stuff like that. But also, you might want to take into consideration too, at some point, everybody's internet's going to be hooked to Starlink. So just so you know.
I keep getting ads for that.
Remember when we first started doing it, I was getting it for 2 years for free. It was because I was on one of those trial things where they were testing it. Yeah. So they're eventually going to switch everybody over to that too.
Well, I guess the government's going to take control of the interwebs. So, I mean, after all, Al Gore invented it, so it was a government creation. So.
Al Gore. Shit.
Al Gore invented the internet. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay, whatever.
His claim to fame. Hey, we all have to have something we hang our hat on. Yeah, Randy says YouTube is about ready to start charging. Well, that wouldn't surprise me either. If Rumble would make it easier to stream there, I would stream there, but they're not working.
You and I are sharing the same brain. I thought about that the other night. I said, I got to get in here and start setting up live streams and figure out, because I did it once and it was by accident. And I have never been able to figure out what the hell I did.
Well, yeah, you have to go. It's a process. You have to go over and set it up in advance every day, and it's just a problem. It would be so much easier if they would do like the other channels.
And Denise, I did get the voicemail. Huh. I don't know about her.
Yeah, Chris says, I don't see any potential problems with just one entity holding complete control of the internet. Yeah, well, trust us. We're with the government. We're here to help you. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's 2:12 on the East Coast, and out in Gavin Newsom land, it's 11:12. They're waking up to their pixies and fairy dreams this morning. 12:12 in Denver, 1:12 in the afternoon in Chicago. Let's see, Perth, Australia, it is 3:12. And in Sydney, it is 6:12 a.m. Adelaide, you're 5:42. I don't understand how we do that.
You know that sun you keep chasing, Glenn? Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, it could be. I need to add Greenland's time zone up here so that we know what time it is in the next place we're gonna invade or take over or whatever the hell we're gonna do.
I know, right? We'll figure it out. We own this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the news, but and then remind me, there's some chatter going around the internet about the ship that we seized right over top of a Russian submarine. That's been an interesting headline. I would rather that be dominating the news than what we have. So,
well, here's the problem. Okay, and people aren't getting this. Do you honestly think that if Russia was underneath that ship and they were staking claim to it, that submarine would not have sent off missiles at our...
Well, that's their threat now. That's what they're saying they're going to do. So, there's a little bit of well, we'll go into that during the news, but now they're threatening that's what they're going to do. So, well, the moon is 69% illuminated, and the one Space Force guy up there is really lonely. So, and we also got a story about space too today, and it's not 3i Atlas, believe it or not. So, So,
oh God, did they find another one?
Oh yeah, actually they did. So, man, this guy just really wants to make me popular. So
Who is that?
Yeah,
the one on Kick.
we appreciate it. If you want to make me popular there, unfashionable, Nazi, or whatever the hell your screen name is, come over to YouTube and find us on the Sportcat shows. Like, follow, share, and subscribe, because Kick is, well, it's for kids. So.
Actually, it's not.
I don't know. I think Twitch might be with the gamer stuff, but yes. I don't. I stream there because I'm allowed to. That's pretty much the only reason.
Me too.
I have no idea what my following is. I've got some following on Kick and Trovo and Twitch, but I don't know what they are. My main following is here on the Tube and Facebook. So
the Tube.
The Tube. So, well, the sun is running 6 minutes and 47.7 seconds late. It's kind of like you, Brenda. It's running late.
I know, right? It must be sleeping. Maybe it slept in too.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I don't even want to talk about that. And then there's our big potato in the sky. Out there, just doing what potatoes do. So let's see what we got. We got to lighten this up some today. Let's see what Jet Punk trivia for today is. Let's see. Countries on the correct side of the equator. No. Most grown fruits worldwide. No, we'll probably suck at that. Artworks and pictures. No, I'm not an arty person. Countries reducing carbon dioxide emissions. Yeah, okay, we're done with that. All right, so what do we want? Pop music, movies, geography, science, computers, literature, classical, history, television, sports, languages. I'd suck at that one. And miscellaneous. So, anybody in the chat or Brenda have a preference?
Well, there was other attachments to miscellaneous, so
Now you want to go and look and see what we got.
So we try that again and see.
We didn't do so well with games. General, art, business, fashion, food, games, musical, or transports.
Do general.
Okay, you're asking for trouble here. Oh,
holy
Lord.
Right, shit.
So, yeah, there's like a whole bunch. Photos of toy robots. Well, pictures of hand tools, famous fictional doctors, famous ladies, famous logos with faces. Good Lord.
I know hand tools. Do you know hand tools?
Some. I mean, not.
Unless they're foreign objects that.
Well, but you got to remember we're international. Where the hell did I see that? We're international, so we they may have some hand tool that we don't know what the hell it is, but
well, that'll be fun.
We'll make it up as we go. Well, if I can find the damn thing, it was just right here. It's right in front of me. I know it's going to bite me like a snake.
Chris wants to know why languages is never picked, because we don't know a whole lot of them.
I barely speak English.
Yes, Denise, I did get your message, hon.
I barely speak English.
True.
I'm not fluent in English. My spell check is honestly every day going, you owe me more money. So where the hell? I saw hand tools. Where the hell was it? I know it was right here. I read it off. Good Lord. Oh, we're about ready to go to toys and say forget it.
Okay, toys. Okay, go to toys.
Yeah, all right. We'll go to pictures of toys. Can you recognize these famous toys? Oh, this one should be easy. So,
yeah, right.
Famous last words. Okay, it's two plastic pigs sitting in
a red and a blue.
Bubbles? Like snow crystals? Is it Pig in the City, Porky Pig, Piglet, or Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig.
I think it's Peppa. I believe that's Peppa. I'm not 100%, so let's just push the button and see what bad things happen. Hey, we are correct. All right. Oh, this is a famous old toy. It's a potato that looks a lot like 3-Eye Atlas, and you can put attachments. You can have arms, legs. Hey, do they have a wheelchair, Mr. Potato Head?
No, they don't, but they should. I should go after the company and tell them I feel discriminated against.
You should. So that was Mr. Potato Head. So this is a classic from our childhood.
Crying out loud.
It's a square cube that you can spin in multiple directions and get mad and throw across the room multiple times. And the only actual way to solve it is to break it apart with a screwdriver. So
no, you can pull the stickers off and re-stick them.
Oh, well, I did a screwdriver. It's the Rubik's Cube.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, this is it's a
I know what that is.
Fellow with a construction hat and construction tools. Is it a Hey Arnold, Bob the Builder, Rugrats, or Teletubbies?
Bob the Builder.
Yeah. All right. This is going to have to get hard in a minute.
It's got to at some point.
Oh, well, here we go. This is a UFO-like thing that looks to have a handle at the top that you set on a point, and you push it up and down, and it makes it spin in a gravitational force. Is it a skip it, a spinning top, space hopper, or skippy ball? I don't even know what the hell that is. Or a Chinese yo-yo.
Spinning top.
I believe it's the spinning top. Yeah. So, all right, this is going to be trouble. So the next 5 are going to be horrible. This is stuffed bears with white chests and little hearts or rainbows on it. They come in multiple colors. Purple. Is that pink, fuchsia, orange, and pink? Is it Forever Friends, Care Bears, Teddy? Oh, I hated Teddy. Or Beanie Babies?
Care Bears.
I believe you are correct. That is Care Bears. All right, so there's something wrong. We're doing way too good. Okay, this looks like a boomstick. It's got a sling and a orange end, a handle, a trigger, and what looks to be a pump. Is it a laser liquid? A big boozer? What the hell is a big boozer? A super soaker or warrior washer?
Super soaker.
Yeah, I believe that is a super soaker. That came out after I grew up, and I wish we had those when I was a kid. We had the little teeny tiny ones. Well, this is a two-wheeled bike, I guess. You put your foot on it and use the other foot to propel you and maintain balance, and you cruise down the road. Is it a space bike? Is it a super chopper? A razor scooter? Or a fuzzy moped?
A razor scooter.
I believe you are correct. I didn't have a scooter growing up. I had a bike.
Your mom sucked, dude.
I had a bike. Why did I need a scooter? I mean,
Supposed to have it all.
I didn't have a skateboard either. So, but
Oh my God.
I had a bike. I mean, I had a bike.
I had a bike,
Yeah,
a
big
skateboard,
wheel.
a scooter, roller skates. What is wrong with your mom?
I had the tricycle, then I had the big wheel. Oh, I had the green machine. That was badass. And then I had bike, 10-speed, dirt bike, not like a motorized dirt bike, but a pedal bike. And yeah, so I never had a scooter but where I lived, it really wouldn't have been practical. I mean, so
I'm pretty sure you could have found some hill somewhere on the old dirt road to take that thing out there and scoot on down it and break something. You know,
none of my friends had them either. So it just
my
wasn't
God.
popular in our neighborhood. So
You guys must have been living in a different town in a different dimension. What was wrong with you kids?
I don't know. Well, there's a lot to be said with that. You can digest that for hours. So this is a dog that is holding a disc. It's not a disc golf. Is it a fly disc, a hoverboard, clay pigeon, or frisbee?
A frisbee.
Frisbee, I believe you are correct.
A clay pigeon. What?
Yeah. All right. Oh, this one Brenda should get. This is dolls that are they are different shades of Caucasian, I guess. How do you describe that hair?
Chubby cheeks and different hair.
Chubby cheeks and different hair. It's almost like yarn hair. I don't know how to describe that.
Cabbage Patch Kid.
Raggedy Ann, Polly Pocket. I don't know what Polly Pocket is.
I do.
Cabbage Patch are Beanie Babies.
Cabbage Patch.
It is Cabbage Patch for 100. So Randy wants to know if I had the big wheel with the handle to spin around. Are you talking about the e-brake that was on the right that you grab and it causes you to spin in a circle? Yeah, I had
one of those too.
The big wheel.
Did you ever have a hobby horse, Glenn?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I did. I think I did. I don't know.
I even named mine.
Nope. I think I was too young then. I don't remember that. I actually think I remember seeing pictures of me. I'd have to go back and look. I think I did. So, do we want to do another one, or do we want to?
It all depends. How much news do we have to get to today?
Oh God, we have a lot of news. Yeah.
Well, we better not.
Yeah. All right.
Then there's this thing.
Yeah. Then there's this. Can you figure out this phrase? I fell. Somebody fell down.
Sometimes.
They just kept falling. They fell down the stairs. They fell out of a building.
Falling and I can't get up. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was Wendy's. No, it wasn't Wendy's. Wendy's was worse.
No,
Wendy's was Where's the Beef? Was that Life Alert? What the hell was that one? I remember that now.
Life Alert. I've fallen and I can't get down.
Yeah, I probably need to. I give up. The answer is the Eiffel Tower.
Guy who writes this shit, you're fired. Oh my God! What?
Lord have mercy.
What?
Randy says I had a 56 T-Bird pedal, an electric Batmobile. I had it had 6 wheels and you had handles and you turned it. I had one of those when I was younger. I don't know
Yeah,
what that was called.
Randy, try and get in that electric Batmobile these days. I bet your ass would not get out.
Oh, the quote of the day is from Groucho Marx. I've had a perfectly wonderful evening, but this wasn't it. I can relate to that. I can relate to that so much.
His name was Groucho, so can I.
That's a show that Randy needs to get on his channel. The Groucho Marx. That was a funny show. All right, January 8th, 2012, the NFL football game became known as the 3:16 game due to many coincidental references to the Bible verse, John 3:16, which reads, "For God so loved the world God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Heisman Trophy winner Tim Tebow was quarterbacking for the Denver Broncos against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he had worn his John 3:16 eye paint in a college playoff game exactly 3 years earlier. Tebow's passing yards for that game, 316. Yards per completion, 31.6. Yards per rush, 3.16. The only interception come during the game, Steelers on a 3rd down and 16. Steelers possession time was 31 minutes, 6 seconds. Nielsen ratings for the game peaked at 31.6. And the Broncos lost their previous 3 games by an average of 16 points. Okay. That's weird. That's weird. That is weird. How do you explain that?
You don't. You just watch the game and go cuss at it, and some people unalive their families over football. I have no idea what the hell the craze is.
You don't know what John 3:16 is?
No, I know what that is.
Okay. I don't understand.
But what does that have to do with feeding into all those numbers with football?
Well, that's the stats. That's just the way the game worked out. And it's just weird that it all came down.
Now we're stuck on football.
Yeah, well, we could be stuck on worse things here later. We'll get stuck on stupider things, I'm sure. So. This day in 1815, the Battle of New Orleans. Although the Treaty of Ghent, or is that Gent, ending the War of 1812, had been signed 2 weeks earlier, news had not arrived. We didn't have the internet in time to prevent this battle. This was the most lopsided victory for the U.S. of the war. Future President Andrew Jackson had led a mismatch of 4,500 soldiers, which were all locals, and even a pirate crew of Jean Lafitte against 8,000 British regulars. I'm actually reading a book now by Tom Levesque. We're going to have him on in February, and he kind of goes into that, so it's cool. It's a good book. George Bush on this day in 1992. He vomited on the Japanese prime minister and collapsed on the floor.
Well,
he had ignored a physician's warning to stay in bed.
Well, wasn't it what was his name? Biden. Didn't he poop his pants when he was around the Queen?
They've all had some stupid shit happen, so yeah, probably. But I think puking on somebody is probably more embarrassing. At least with the other, you can kind of say, "Nah, that didn't happen." That's really
the problem right there, AT&T.
It's really hard to disguise you just vomited on a guy.
Yeah, well.
This day in 1982, they broke up AT&T, and they're still punishing me to this day. So. And yes, Randy, I did. So And then the guy throwing at the shoe at Bush. That was also fun. But Bush dodged it like a champ. I mean, oh, this day, Elvis Presley divorces Priscilla on his birthday. Oh, that's right. Today is Elvis's birthday. Happy birthday, Elvis. You'd be like 126 or something. So, yeah. I have to text my mom. We have a thing every year, January the 8th. It's Elvis's birthday.
I actually thought it was the 9th, but okay.
No, it's the 8th. Yeah. Thorazine and reserpine. These drugs are used to treat mental illness, and they were approved by the New York State Department of Mental Hygiene on this day in 1955. Okay. I've never given them or taken them. First woman lieutenant governor was taking office today in 1955. The lieutenant governor of Vermont, Concelia Northrop Bailey. Okay, good for her. Congratulations. World War I, 14 points. 1918, WW delivers his 14-point speech outlining the U.S. peace aims of the war. Okay. Man, we're at war again. Brides of La Baline. In 1721, 88 girls from France arrive at Ship Island to be married off in the Louisiana Territory. Each had a dower. What's a dower, Brenda? For the marriage, 2 pairs of coats, 2 shirts and undershirts, and 6 headdresses. They were handed over to the governor of Bienville, with marriages commencing the following month. Is that the way you populate a country? So, no. It seems a bit odd, but it's different standards today. Birthdays today. Well, David Bowie. Happy birthday, David Bowie. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He was born in 1947. Robbie Krieger. He was a guitarist for the Doors. Happy birthday to Robbie. Doors, one of my favorite bands. Stephen Hawking was born this day in 1942.
Holy crap.
Wow, yeah. Elvis, of course, he was born in 1935 today. The first African-American drafted by the NFL, George Talfaro. Okay, I didn't know that. He was born in 1927. Who did he play for? The New York Yanks. Who the hell were they? I don't know. Gypsy Rose Lee. She was born this day in 1911, an American actress, the queen of burlesque, best known as the stripper of the 30s. And looking at that picture, you could walk in Walmart with that now. That's not risque.
That was risque back then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been to the beach and seen more than that, so good Lord. Roy Batty, born this day in 2016. Blade Runner, Arnold. Wow, he's that young? Okay. Graham Chapman, he was a British comedian. He was born in 1941 from Monty Python's Flying Circus. Shirley Bassey, a Welsh singer, was born this day in 1937. She sang songs for the James Bond, Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and Moonraker. Okay. Charles Osgood, a CBS Sunday morning news journalist, born in 1933. Bill Graham, not Billy, was born this day in 1931, an American concert promoter. Soupy Sales, What's My Line? Born in 1926 today. Ron Moody, an English actor from Oliver, born in 1924. Brenda's future husband there, Larry Stewart. He was an actor from F Troop, Tennessee Tuxedo. Yeah. He was born in 1923. Yeah. Jose Faurer, I guess. Puerto Rican Oscar Tony winning actor. He's the first Hispanic to win an Oscar. Whirlpool was his hit movie. Don't know it. Butterfly McQueen. Born this day in 1911, she was an American Emmy-winning actress from Gone with the Wind. She was Miss O'Hara's maid. I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. I've said that a lot on the ambulance. Evelyn Wood, born this day in 1909, a speed reading instructor. She could read words of, or 2,700 words a minute. Good Lord.
How do your eyes scan that?
Yeah. Whew. She was like a computer. The first Doctor Who was born this day in 1908. William Hartnell. He was an English actor, the first Doctor Who from 63 to 66. I have picked up and dropped that show so many times. Sir Frank Watson Dyson, an English astronomer. He proved light is bent by gravity, as predicted by Einstein. He organized expeditions to observe solar eclipses in Brazil in 1919, in confirming his theory that gravity is affected by light, or light is affected by gravity. Frank Nielsen was born this day in 1862, an American publisher. Wilkie Collins, an English writer known for The Moonstone, born in 1824. Nicholas Bill, American financier. He was the second bank of the U.S., not the first. He was the second, in 1786. John Carroll, an American clergyman, born in 1735. The first American bishop in charge of the diocese, I'm pronouncing that wrong, of Baltimore, founded in 1789. And the first Roman Catholic college in the U.S., Georgetown. I didn't know Georgetown was Catholic. I grew up there and didn't know that. How about that? Let's see. Let's just get them through here. 1790, on this day, George Washington delivered the first State of the Union address. Cool. El Chapo was captured in, 2016. So today in film, All Creatures Great and Small debuts on BBC. 1978 by James Herriot. 1966, the Beatles album Rubber Soul goes to number 1 and stays there with the single We Can Work It Out. 1993, Michael Jordan's game-high 35 points leads Chicago to a 120-95 win over Milwaukee, giving him exactly 20,000 points. All right. Let's see. We talked about that yesterday. I'm just skipping through here so we can get to the good stuff. And I guess Randall is saying that Elvis would have been 90 today. So let's see. What else do we got here? We're just not even going to look at that. So it's National Bubble Bath Day.
Oh, God, I need one of those.
Yes, you do. You stink. Argyle Day. Earth Rotation Day. Healthy Weight and Healthy Look Day. English Toffee Day. I can
How do you
give
put English toffee in with healthy weight?
Hey, everybody has a day. Don't knock it. National Joy Germ Day. I don't know what the hell that means. National Man Watchers Day. Hey, okay. Snuggle a Chicken Day.
Well, there you go. I hear they're quite snugly.
Oh my God. I should. Paige would shoot me. They're house sitting and watching chickens, and Wyatt has finally chased down a chicken and has picked it up and hugging on it.
Aw.
I was like, that thing's gonna poke your eye out, boy. National Winter Skin Relief Day. Show and Tell at Work Day. That can get you in trouble. Typing Day and the War on Poverty Day. It's Career Coach Day. Okay. What is National? I'm not going to click it. I'll get distracted. So, oh, Randy, of course you did. Oh, and Denise, I don't know what we're going to do for Brenda. We should go over to her Facebook and download all of her pictures and embarrass her on.
Shut up.
I don't know what we're going to do for you. 70 days until springs begin and the 8th day of 2026. So, yes, spring is coming. Let's see. 19th day of winter. And we talked about all this stuff. And we just... Noah Cyrus was born this day in 2000, a singer. Okay. Let's just scanning through there. See if anybody else important or... Today's fact: about 600,000 people annually visit Elvis Presley's Graceland in Memphis. I've never went, so
I've been there.
Have you? Okay.
Well, because my dad lives in Memphis, so.
Oh,
you know.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, all right. What else we got here? Let's just get into this shit. And that's what it is.
And that's what
Overnight, there is a deadly shooting in Utah with multiple people shot outside a church in Salt Lake City, and police are searching for a gunman. It took place in the parking lot of the Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints meeting house on Redwood Road in Salt Lake at about 7:30 local. Dozens of people were attending a funeral inside the building at the time. All the victims were adults. An active manhunt is underway. They have not released any description or vehicle description, but they believe one person has been taken into custody. So we don't believe this was a targeted attack against a religion, but we also don't believe it was random, according to the Salt Lake police chief. So, they said that gang violence detectives are in charge of it. That's interesting. Mormons and gangs, something I need to know about. I don't know. So interesting. So tonight was a funeral for one of my cousins who died a few days ago, but I guess there's going to be more funerals now, a family member said. That's an optimist way of looking at it, huh? All right.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't. So the police chief, mayor, and the gang violence task force are all on scene, and they're still looking for somebody. So, okay, that's crazy. That's not a religion that's known for violence. They're usually pretty peaceful. So interesting. So, let's see. Moving on, because we'll have to follow that to find out. 2 killed. We just talked about this. So yeah. Not much to report here. Nothing new. So, it looks as though I wonder why they're specifically sending gang units. That's kind of interesting. So, because that, like I said, that I don't know. Maybe I mean, I guess you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So, who knows? Randall said he almost got thrown out of Graceland 3 times. And KG says, I never even considered Salt Lake City having police. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. So, yeah. Their god is a lizard. Okay, well, I don't know. This is a breaking news headline. This comes to us from the Daily Mail. A medical emergency in space is considering NASA to consider evacuation for the astronauts aboard the International Space Station.
Oh, good God.
Apparently, this article says unspecified, but I have another article that goes in more depth of it here coming up. So apparently NASA is looking at ways to get the astronaut off of the space shuttle. NASA has never had to pull an astronaut home, but its evacuation is built into every mission. So I don't know how they would do that, but apparently they have return vehicles on standby. I don't know what that means. There's 4 astronauts up there on the International Space Station, and apparently one of them is ill, and they're going to be monitoring. Now, that's a hell of a place to get sick. You know what I'm saying? You can't just dial 911. So they were going to do a spacewalk, but they have canceled the spacewalk, and clear communications have been limited on the space station. So we'll follow this as well. This other article goes into saying that the medical emergency was Wally Shuro? No, I don't know. He came down with a head cold 15 hours into the mission. No, this is an old story. Sorry. And it shattered his eardrums returning to Earth. So they're saying that whoever is up there apparently has some type of congestion issue. Oh, yeah, that could be a big issue coming down through gravity. Yeah. So they're going to keep following it and see.
Kick him out.
Well, that's one of those. How do you get a cold on the space shuttle or space
Randy
station.
said he
I mean,
had
really,
alien pox.
how do you get it? Because you're not interacting with the public. It's just you and however many guys and gals up there. So how do you do that? So okay. I don't know. Randy says he has alien pox. Hey, Zen, welcome. Chris said he has a pulled groin.
Well.
Well, Colombia, I don't want to say they gave up, but their presidente called our presidente, and they had a good conversation that supposedly both of them had a 180 on their current stance. So President Trump posted it was a great honor to speak with the president of Colombia, who called to explain the situation of drugs and other disagreements that we have had. I appreciate his call and tone and look forward to meeting him in the near future. Arrangements are being made for him with Secretary of State Mark Rubio and the foreign minister, or he will come to the White House. And the president there posted something I can't read because it's not in English, but I'm sure it translates to, well, we had a good conversation. And he posted a picture of an eagle and a jaguar, the eagle being the U.S., the jaguar being Colombia, cuddling. So they're working on efforts to stop the flow of cocaine coming into the United States. So good on them.
Yeah.
So good on them. So we'll start into this story. Yesterday we covered this and talked about there was a shooting in Minnesota, and everybody's going to have an opinion on this first off, but we need to remember that we can armchair quarterback this thing to death. But first off, we weren't there. Second off, we don't have all the evidence. And lastly, we need to remember that these things are tried out in court, not public eye. Stirring the rhetoric and calling officers' names and administrators' name and inciting violence is not the answer. This is the time where we need to take a breath, everybody chill, slow down, and let the facts come out as they may. And we're going to present some of those facts today for you to form your own opinion, and everybody will have one. But remember, it's going to come down to the legal system to give us the definitive answers. And my other thing on this, we'll probably never know the whole thing. So one thing that we talked about this, she was a 37-year-old mother of three. She's originally from Colorado, had moved within the past year with her and her significant other to Minnesota. And well, we'll get into a whole bunch of things, but apparently she was sideways in the road. She had blocked agents. She was the first vehicle in multiple vehicles trying to block ICE, and they were going door to door, whistling and honking their horns, warning them that they were there. She was illegally blocking a police officer. And then when she went to get out of the vehicle, or was told to get out of the vehicle, she refused. She backed up and then turned her wheels directly at an agent in front of her. And in the video, you can see the rear tires spinning and smoking on the ice as it was approaching the agent in front of her. And he was in fear for his life and discharged his firearm, apparently striking and killing her. So that's kind of the facts. From what you get out of the video is up to you. One thing that finally has come out, that the agent who had to discharge his firearm had also been involved in another incident where he was struck and drugged by a vehicle that was fleeing from immigration. And he had apparently at that point, he had just fired his taser, but did not incapacitate the driver. And then he was injured. So from a responder's point of view here, people on the street right now, our responders, our firefighters, our paramedics, our cops, we're scared right now. This is a total different environment. So you already have fear. You have somebody trying to do their job. He had no intention that morning, I'm sure, of taking a life. He woke up, he wanted to go do his job, and he wanted to return to his family. So I don't think that he intentionally went out with malice. Now, he had a prior incident, and so that would lead him to be, as this article says, they deployed the taser and it didn't work, and he was struck and drugged down the road. This time, he went to deadly force. We took classes starting back in the early 2000s on vehicles were going to be used as weapons. And at first we said, that's crazy. But we're seeing now that that's actually coming to play. And I'm sorry, but if you have I don't know, what's a vehicle weigh, 4 tons, or it weighs a lot, coming at you, well, it could seriously injure or kill you. So he was in fear for his life. That is one thing that is something no one will ever understand until they've been in a situation where they are in fear for their life. It's a fight or flight situation, and he had already been exposed to one. So,
Right.
I think our thoughts and prayers are with both the family and the officer, because this is a horrible thing to happen. Like I said, he didn't wake up wanting to take a life that day,
Right.
So,
Yep.
And somebody pointed this picture out. I'm going to bring it up here. This is the red circle was the incident that occurred yesterday. And then look down here, just blocks away is where the George Floyd incident took place. They were literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks away. That is crazy. That happened that quickly. So, or not that quickly, that closely. So, Vance, Vice President Vance, was holding a news conference, and he is scolding the media. Yes, because some of these headlines are trying to incite, and it doesn't help with our elected officials in Washington today. At some type of hearings, they were actually yelling at each other about this. This is intended to get us riled up. This is intended to get us excited. The media needs to report fairly and accurately.
Yeah.
Randy says that she had no business there. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. And they need to stop interfering. Well, that is absolutely correct. I'm sorry if you think you interfering with a law officer, whether it be a county constable, city policeman, state trooper, or federal agent, that is not your job. So you shouldn't be there interfering. You can call and report it if you see something being wrong. You can document it, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. But directly getting in between the officers, especially with a vehicle, could end up right exactly where we are today. I mean, there's no way around it. If she had not been there, this wouldn't have happened. I mean, put the X in there, and the X is a direct interaction. So now the state is coming. See, these headlines are misleading. The state ousted ICE. No, they did not oust ICE, for one. And then the other thing is they're saying that the state is not being allowed to handle the case. Well, that's because it's a federal incident. And that's because they've labeled it as domestic terrorism. And so local officials are not going to be a part of the investigation. They're not going to be. And I might want to throw in there, I'm not going to show the headlines, but the mayor, well, I think I'll have this one, has already come out and said that it was murder. and that they need to get the, and I quote, fuck out of his city. The police chief, the Somalia leader, has come out and said that it was an excessive use of force, and they're looking for a judge to issue a warrant for arrest. So here's the deal. They're already coming out and saying the guy was wrong before the investigation even starts.
Yep.
You know? And social media is great. I'm glad we have it. It's fun to exchange photos of your kids' birthdays, births, make friends around the world. But sometimes it's bad. And I think this is one of those times, because we're forgetting in the American justice system, there is a due process. And we want to rush right to hanging the guy or gal or whoever the case may be, and whatever the crime or particular activity is. And then we have politicians that just love to get up there and pontificate and stir up the heat. And then you have podcasters that will go on and tell people to go out and take charge, do something against these Nazis. Let me ask you a question for a minute. Some of these people that are saying that, you know, they're Nazis and Gestapo and blah, blah, blah. If they thought for a damn minute that these people, and I'm talking about the ICE agents, the law enforcement people, if they thought they were actually Nazi Gestapo, do you think they would get in the way of them? Because what would the Nazis do? They would just shoot you and move on.
Yeah. Yes.
So do you think they really even believe what they're saying? I mean, honestly. And we have
a lot of them don't even know what they're saying.
Exactly. And I think that is going to be the case with this lady. Her name is Renee Nicole Good. She's 37. They've already got a GoFundMe. It's already at $500,000, or was prior to us coming on air. And apparently she suffered from a head injury from a firearm. Supposedly, we don't know this yet. It hasn't come out, but supposedly 3 times to the head, according to eyewitnesses. I don't know. So they're, see here you have a quote from a Democratic mayor. They're already trying to spin this as self-defense. I've seen this and I want to tell everybody that is bullshit. You saw one view, dude. You didn't see this woman had been harassing them all day.
Yeah.
So you saw one view. I'm sorry. You saw one view. So they're saying that he followed his training. I don't doubt for a minute. And let me point out something. A lot of people are saying, oh, they just pencil whip these guys through. I've been on a standby as a paramedic at police academies, and it comes short of, and it's gotten probably a little more friendlier, but it comes short of almost hazing and brutal what they do to go through this training. Yeah. I mean, as a firefighter, we're put into a burning building. They light it off, intentionally get it as hot as they can and tell you not to move, because they want to see if you're going to run from the fire. And they get it so hot, the helmet is melting on your head. They do the same thing with police officers. They put them in fight or flight situations to see. And like I said, it's almost to the point of hazing, but there's a reason you go through this training. In one of my fire academy classes, a young kid panicked during this training and tried to stand up, which is the absolute wrong thing to do, because all the heat is at the top. And if your helmet's already melting when you're laying as close as you can to the ground, well, that's a bad place to have your head. It was tackled and taken out of the burn building. But they do that on purpose, because I need to know if the guy to the right of me is going to have my back if suddenly things go to shit. You know, so
right.
I can only speak from what I've seen. Officers get tased, they get sprayed. I believe if they could shoot them, they probably would. They do get pepperballed. I knew that for not pepperballed. What's it called? Beanball, rubber ball. They do get that. So I mean, they are trained in a vehicle. I'm sorry if you see a vehicle coming at you. I mean, let's look at, there's an officer in Las Vegas. He kicked his windshield out and was shooting at a car while pursuing it because they were shooting at him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, I don't know. Minneapolis has closed public schools for the rest of the week because of the altercation and the threat. Of course, all the head bosses are now in Minneapolis. So they're investigating. And The police chief has already come out for Minneapolis and said this was predictable. So supposedly, according to the ex-husband, this young lady had dropped off one of her kids at school prior to the shooting. According to the DHS secretary, and we can only go by what we're told, that she had been stalking them. Now, how, first off, do they know where they are? Is my next question.
Actually, I've seen that.
Well,
they
that's what
have people in neighborhoods that watch for their vehicles, and then they do all kinds of stupid stuff. They call other people on two-way radios, and yeah,
they go to their hotels, they follow their vehicles, they stalk them.
Yeah,
is that criminal stalking? Maybe. I'm not a judge. I'm not I'm not a lawyer. And then, like you said, they get on their radios, they get their text messages. And so, yeah, but let them do their job. You may not agree with their job, but they have a job to do. And getting in the way from this is just not going to help out. Last night, it got heated. There was tear gas. The crowd was large and they weren't out of control. I can't say that, but there was a large crowd. Hillary Clinton responds. I'm not even going to read that because it'll be a jaded opinion. She's irrelevant anyhow. She's retired. She's no longer in politics, so her opinion doesn't really matter. So like I said, she was a mother, and they use these quotes, amazing human being. That was her mother that said that. Do you think she's going to say my daughter was a monster? I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Let's just be honest about this. You're not going to say that. You're going to love your kid no matter what. And she just lost her kid. And the media says she was an amazing human being. Well, she may have been, but she did an incredibly dumb thing. Yeah. You know, the Honda pilot coming at an officer. Yeah, that you can't do that. I'm not going to play the video. It's all over the place. You can see it for yourself. I've read some of her poetry. Go read it for yourself. Form your own opinion. And here they quote from one of her kids. She was one of the kindest people she's ever known. Do you think you're going to say your mom or your child was a bad person? Come on, man. Come on. And they run with these headlines. Do the facts, do the research. Who she was. Apparently, she was married a couple times and had, I think, 3 kids. I don't give a damn about her sexual preference or orientation or her pronoun. That has nothing to do with the case. Nothing, in my opinion. I mean, some people may say it does. I think that needs to stay out of the headline, which surprisingly enough, they've kept it for the most part out. So yeah, I don't know. So there's going to be protests. There's already been protests in New York, DC, Minneapolis. I think out on the West Coast, there was some. This is going to get worse before it gets better, folks. So, and see, now here we go. This headline from the Western Journal quotes her sexual preference. But here's the one thing I wanted to get out of this. And I see what they're doing with this article. They're saying that she was a lesbian, which, that's their words, not mine. But the thing what they're trying to do is the Western Journal is trying to paint a picture here. And they're using a quote of the grieving spouse, her significant other. And when we go down and read the whole article, and they do report that she was one of many people. She was the lead vehicle that had been stalking and impeding them all day. But the comment that this article really wants to highlight, I'm trying to find it here, is where her significant other had told her to go there that day. I see the picture they're trying to paint. Here we go. I made her come down here. It's my fault. With the headline of lesbian, and I made her come down here. It's my fault. Do you see the picture this article is trying to paint?
Yeah.
And it's one of many. So the others are painting her as a good person. And this one's saying, well, it's a lesbian that was forced into doing something. come on, that has no business in this. So
Not at all.
so yeah, so the AP, they report pretty much, they're pretty fair on this. There's a lot of good information in these articles. There's a whole lot of bad information in some of these articles, and a whole lot of giving your opinion. If you want my opinion, I'll give it to you, but the point is you should take and research the news and come to a happy medium between the two. So the ICE agent was in front of the vehicle. She turned her vehicle directly towards her, or towards him, and I'm just gonna go with what the Homeland Secretary said, that the ICE agent had to go to the hospital for treatment. He did, yes, and he should have, because he discharged a firearm and he was struck by a vehicle. But I think they're kind of trying to fluff that up a little bit too. And then another thing the media is trying to fluff up is they're saying that there was no medical care. Well, apparently someone that was there with ICE was a paramedic and went and saw that there was no obvious signs of life. I'll just leave it to you to form your own opinion, but according to some published report, she was shot 3 times in the head. I believe that they carry 40 caliber firearms. If you're shot 3 times in the head at point blank range, I'm sorry, as a paramedic, your day is over. And there's a lot of people saying, well, they didn't give her any medical care. Okay, well, let's talk about that for a minute. The medic on scene made a determination, and yes, he was probably Homeland, ICE, whatever. But the crowd that formed also blocked the ambulance. And then when the ambulance crew tried to go through, they wouldn't let them. So the ambulance crew had to evacuate their ambulance and walk to the scene with the bags and equipment they needed. But they were impeded even then and harassed. Now, these are the people that came to help the quote victim. And then the fire truck, the exact same thing. They tried to stop. Well, they did. They stopped the ambulance and the fire truck. And personally, we have a saying in public safety, scene safe. That's the very first thing when you look at an incident. Is the scene safe? And is it safe for me? Is it safe for my partner? Is it safe for the fire engine crew? Is it safe for the victim? It's law enforcement's job to make it safe for us. Law enforcement couldn't contain that scene, and local law enforcement wouldn't aid them.
I mean, look, so I can take a different. In my opinion,
the EMS should never went up there. They should have.
I can take a different perspective in this because of law enforcement and what happened to me. So I mean, you never know. I mean, something's going. You always have to have it in your mind that something's going to happen, and you have to be prepared, because when it comes down to it, at the last minute, if you are not prepared, then you're really going to screw up.
You're going to screw up or possibly die.
Yes.
And have I misread situations? Yes. Have I been in? I've had a gun pulled on me. I've had a knife pulled on me. I've been in fights. I've had to call for police multiple times, fighting until police get there. And something that came out as a seizure call, suddenly I'm in a violent fist fight trying to just escape the scene and being attacked by a group. All I did was show up. It wasn't even a police call. Have I had a knife pulled on me? Yes. Have I been cut? Yes. Have I been shot at? Yes. Has my ambulance had bullet holes? Yes. I mean, people don't understand. They think they go to work, they come home, they watch their goddamn TV, they doom scroll, and they think the world is a perfect, safe place. Let me tell you the flip side of this. It's not.
Nope,
there is violence at every corner. And one of the things, and my family hates it when I say this, that my family even my wife doesn't, because she has worked in the OR and the trauma centers. But a lot of these people, bad people, they will kill you just because they don't want to be imprisoned or they don't want to have anything, that they have no basis or value for life. Now, I'm not saying this lady was that, but I'm saying after you're out there on the street for a while, you get this mentality of everything is going to kill me.
Yeah.
And you have to, you know, but people just, they watch the news on TV. And of course we see from the different headlines I go through, they paint the different picture wherever you get your news, whether it's social media, whether it's reading a news source, watching one of the networks or the cable news networks, they're all giving you a spin. You need to research and form your own opinion. You don't need to just believe what the talking head on TV or me. Don't believe me. Go research. I want you to prove me wrong. Yes, that is your job. You know, don't, no, I don't know.
You know, things are so much worse now than they were, you know, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I agree.
I would not, if I was still working, I would have quit because it just isn't worth it anymore. So these men and women that are still out there doing this, I give them kudos because right now it is a very unsafe place for them to be.
Yes. Yes. And I'm highlighting this picture here. This is from the AP, and this is the victim, and she's getting medical care. I'm not going to go into all the things on it, but what I want to point out is they were so far up there, they had to use a military type skiff. I think that's the correct name. To get her out of there, and they had to hand carry her. And then people are on the news saying they carried her like a sack of potatoes. You wouldn't let them bring their goddamn stretcher. You wouldn't let them bring the ambulance. And then they're going to blame EMS and fire because they carried her like a sack of potatoes through the crowd. They were left no choice. The only other alternative was no care.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got what you wanted right there. And that just, it's a sickening, disgusting sight. Have I had to do that? Yeah, but not in a situation where I have been in a crowd where I've been surrounded by hundreds. So yeah, and it's a scary damn thing. So,
yeah.
So let me catch up in the comments here. Chris says what happened in New Orleans 2 years ago when authorities didn't stop the person who used their car as a terrorist weapon to kill several people. Exactly.
Yeah.
Chris says he thinks they're including the lesbian aspect to make the minority being abused like a George Floyd. Since she is a citizen and white, they can't make her the minority. It's just that she's not brown. That's a good comment. Let's see here. We need to call online to express our voice instead of texting. Let us take up the love offering, raise money for this. Okay, well, I'm not opposed to opening a phone line. The whole narrative has been Trump hates brown people, and it yeah, this is just, it's, you know, it's what the media wants you to see. So
Yeah.
you know, she was a wife, she was a mom, she was everything. She was a human being. I'm sure when she got up, her intent wasn't to go out and get killed. I mean, I could feel like I could safely say that. You know, I don't think most people wake up and be like, oh, today's the day.
Yeah.
No. What she did was in the heat of the moment. Yeah, probably. And maybe she was afraid, but she had put herself in that position. And do you know what could have stopped this altogether? Besides,
it just got out.
It just got out of the car.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when they arrest people or you see them put them in cuffs, a lot of times they don't even take them to jail. They take them and get them out of the situation and diffuse it. And then they'd be like, okay, are you good? Or are we going to have to put you in jail? You know?
Right.
So we don't know what would have happened because she didn't allow that to happen. So
Even a lot of people, because, you know, I was keeping an eye on like the Portland thing and all that. Even a lot of people, when they went out there and they touched the officers and they had to be arrested, they took them into the facility.
Mhm.
And then they would get their name and all that stuff, and then they would release them again and take them right back out. So, I mean, a lot of this could have been avoided in so many different ways.
Yeah. Randy, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Talking about the cop, his family. Well, that's the other thing. They're going to be going out and trying to find the family and make the family pay for this. His wife, his kids, they don't have anything to do with the police officer.
See, that's gang stalking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, leave him alone. Because once again, the family. Let me ask our listeners this. How would you like to have a job where you know you're going to go in and do something that maybe you don't like but needs to be done? You're enforcing the law, and you know if you do it wrong, you're going to have superiors coming down on you. You're going to be arrested. You're going to be incarcerated. It's not just you're fired. This isn't one of those jobs where, okay, you're fired. All right. Yeah. So you have that. And now we have all the people recording us. And I am not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying call for help, provide aid, then record. Don't just pull the phone out first thing. But at any rate, you know you're going to have that. And then you have the social media warriors, the YouTubers, the media. They're going to twist everything. How would you like to go to work every day with that being your work environment? This is not a goddamn go to the office and punch some paperwork on the computer and go home. This is a job where you are in fear of your life, your job, and now, because of the way social media is, your families. How would you like to go be in that environment every day? It's not fun. Right. You know, and I'm not trying to make it sound like law enforcement or public safety should be fun. I'm just trying to make people understand the heightened sense that they already have and the feeling they already have going into this. So it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Get out of the car, problem solved. The lady puts the boiling pot water down and doesn't threaten to throw it at cops. She lives too. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is tragic all the way around. And so, as they say, chaos is brewing. Anti-Trump is everywhere. Trump didn't pull the damn trigger. If you want to start this blame game, if you want to start that and say it's Trump's fault, it's the administration's fault, how is it the administration's fault for enforcing laws that are on U.S. books? How is it their fault?
That's true. That's
if you want to say, if you want to blame an administration, these cities, these counties, these states get money from the federal government to take these people in. We went through 4 years where the border was wide open. So whose fault is it? We allowed the law to be degraded for 4 years, and now you're going to blame this guy for doing the job. And by the way, he was elected by the people of the United States, like it or not. He won the election. He is the president for the next 3 years. You know, if you don't like it, get your guy or gal up there. In 4 years, let's make a change. So, you know, if you're going to blame an administration, you need to go back. Probably need to go back further than Biden. So,
and I'm sorry, but these governors, mayors, and police chiefs in these sanctuary cities, a lot of this is their fault because they're constantly downing what they're doing, saying it's not right. They have put into these heads the violence. Period.
Exactly. You're in, and people, we're looking at a generation, and I don't understand why the white female is. It's almost like so many have been. I don't want to use the word brainwashed, but I don't understand. You have a mayor right here. I have a message for ICE. Get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We don't want you here. That's the mayor saying that. Yeah. That's the mayor. You don't say stuff like that. Come on. And then you have a governor who's up there saying they want to show, we don't want to give them what they want. Don't take the bait. And then here in a minute, we're going to talk about how he's basically said that we're going to war. So how do you not take that in the crowd? How is it not inciting? So, I mean, there's so many different angles to this. There's, the actual person to blame is the female. I'm sorry. It's not her significant other's fault for saying she was out there, blah, blah, blah. No. So it's not that.
She made a conscious decision to block them and do what she did. So
she put herself in a very, very bad spot and made a tragic decision. And let me explain to you, when an officer has to discharge their firearm, I've treated them. It's not just like you put it back in the holster and it's over with. You're going to go fill out some paperwork.
Yeah, no.
That changes your goddamn life. Yes. I have interviewed people that were in there. It changes their life. It changes your family's life, especially in this society. Now we're hunting down the family. It changes in an instant, changes everybody's lives.
People think that doing that, pulling their weapon and taking a life is an everyday task in their job. No, it's not. And it is not an easy decision to make. And when it happens to you and you have to do it, it's not easy on the person. I'm going to tell you that right now.
No, it's not.
It is not.
You have to have I can't go into a whole lot of details, but there is a protocol for dealing with that person. You want to keep them sterile for one, and I say sterile. You want to secure their weapon. You want to move them away from the scene. Turn their body camera off, and okay, it's just me and you. Let's get in the back of the ambulance, and then the other officer's going to get back there, and they're going to do their policey thing, but there's a whole protocol, and so. Can the ICE agent who shot her be prosecuted is the Reuters comment. And if you read through this, it talks about that Minnesota's use of force, if unreasonable, does allow them, but they are given a pretty broad, stroke of the brush, leaning more in the way of, if they have to do it, protecting them. Now, he is a federal agent, and typically they are immune. So we'll have to like I said, this is going to have to play out. Can a family sue for civil damages? Typically sovereign immunity. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. And even many people they're running with the headlines already saying it was justified. You can form that opinion, but we need to let it play out. And trust me, this investigation is going to go very, very deep. It's going to go into the officer's background. It's going to go into the family's background on the victim's side. They're going to have cameras, videos, all kinds of stuff. So it's not something they just take pictures and some fingerprints and leave the scene. No, it's not. That's not the way it works. It's going to take a long time to get all the evidence, put it together, and get the facts, and then it'll have to go in front of a grand jury. So Randy says it's the college's brainwashing of these young people. So for 4 years, the house is burned out of control under Biden with open borders. Now he's in effect having to put the fire out, and people are just bitching their property is getting wet. Exactly, Chris. So, and here's another article from the Western Journal. I think I've already showed. It's a little bit tainted. It leans the other way. And they're showing the pictures of the tires spinning, and she turned her vehicle tires towards the officer, and therefore put his life in danger. I'm not going to play these videos. If you want to see them, you can go see it. There was lots of people in the background screaming to actually up the whatever you want to call it, violence or whatever, as it was happening. So in this headline, rioters in Mexico City are demanding that Americans stop immigrating to their country and stop stealing their homes.
Oh, God.
They're saying Americans are trying to impose their culture and taking over. Okay.
No. They're just moving there because all of their people are here. So there's housing out there.
I've already said if we invade Greenland, I'm pretty much thinking I'm going to Greenland. I wanted to go to Florida. No, I'm done. Get me the hell out of here. So this talks about how the Cash Patel says the FBI is investigating the organizers and funders. See, this is going to go deep. Did this lady give money? Did she take money? Was she known to be with people? It's just going to go so deep. And I'm glad the New York Post actually runs a complete article, although the picture they show is very incriminating. But they do talk about how I don't want to see it. How he was dragged previously by this person, Roberto Carlos Munoz. So in June that happened to him. So if you want to see the video, you can go see it. And then there was pictures of the guy online trying to find his family. Just stop. Leave the family alone. The Democrats have already gotten out there and they've reached their verdict. Like I said, just stir the rhetoric up. Let's talk about the justice system and how it needs to work rather than saying we have murderers out there going out in cold blood and these people need to be arrested, talking about the ICE agents. We need to put them in jail. We have a mayor of a city that doesn't have any federal clearance out there running his cocksucker about it. Shut up. You're stirring the hate. Jesus Christ. Just let this play out. Here, this is the very first video. She is the lead vehicle. If you follow this is the ICE vehicle. Other people that are just trying to get through have driven around her. They try and drive around her, but she won't allow them to. So they get out of the vehicle and confront her. So, good Lord. Governor Walz, I've seen the video. Don't believe the propaganda. Okay. Why don't you say, as governors, I've seen everything that you've seen in the public. Let's let law enforcement sort this out and we will come out with the facts. But no. This one says the reason we will not have a George Floyd situation, the woman was white and it's winter. Nobody of color is going to riot for a white woman in 20 below weather. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, so you can there are opinions all over the place. This was one I wanted to bring this up. So you want to tell me it's not organized? You want to tell me it's not organized? Let's look at this. Let me zoom this in a little bit here. How do I zoom this in? Here we go. So we have, this is from a Representative Nedler. Look at this. ICE murdered an American citizen. This is a House representative, a legal observer. Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs. ICE murdered a legal observer. Kyer Institute, not sure who that is. I think that's they contribute money. Shot a legal observer in the face. And California Endowment shoots and kills a legal observer twice. And New Republic witness, ICE just shot a legal observer. Another elected official, legal observer. Congressman Maxine Dexter shot and killed a U.S. citizen who is a legal observer. Representative Ilan Mohar, illegal observer. Now, here's what I want to take out of this. Yesterday, was it not yesterday that we talked about they didn't want YouTubers on the street recording? They were telling them Seattle actually issued an order to the police to arrest people that were going out trying to film officers film things, that they were stirring up hate and rhetoric. 24 hours later, they're legal observers.
Yeah.
Does anybody not see the hypocrisy in that? Yesterday, the people that were out there trying to get facts, some of them were bloated bags of wind like me, but they were telling them to arrest them. They were the bad guy. And today they're the legal observer. 24 hours. 24 hours.
Yeah, ridiculous.
The DHS claims domestic terrorism. Local officials call it cold-blooded murder. So there you go. You already have a standoff, and we talked about schools being closed. We already have a standoff where you have local and state officials saying something the exact opposite, and then you have a governor who's bragging about he is at war against the feds.
Good
What?
luck.
What?
Mm.
Have we? Are we at civil war? Do we have a state succeeding in attacking the United States?
If they think they can make it on their own.
War with our federal government. He used those words. Those aren't my words. He used those words.
He's an idiot. Sorry, those are my words.
Well, I mean, he's going to get a lot of people killed.
Yeah.
And this article comes from the Daily Signal. It talks about the Civil War did not start overnight. The desire to nullify federal law sparked multiple crises before Abe Lincoln's election, and we're seeing a similar movement crystallize among the Democrat society today. Neo-Confederate opposition to immigration law seemed to reach a fever pitch Wednesday when Governor Tim Walz threatened to deploy his National Guard against federal agents in a direct military confrontation against the federal government.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And then he was asked about this, and this was a quote. He apparently doesn't know history. He says, "We've never been at war with our federal government." Okay, well, let's take a few things out of here. First, there has been a civil war, firstly. And then he uses the word our federal government. Who is our? Is it the people or the side you're on?
Right.
So he's issued a warning that has already went out to his National Guard for his soldiers, as he called it, his doctors, his teachers, his citizens, local citizens. He's already sent the order out in preparing them to take up arms against a branch of the federal government. I don't know what starts the Insurrection Act. I don't know what kicks it off, but I'm going to bet if you have a governor saying that he's going to war with you, that's probably a good start. I don't know.
Yep.
We need to stop this insanity before more people get killed or hurt. And then, and this one really pissed me off. And yes, it's from Breitbart, so it is a little slanted. Minnesota Lieutenant Governor, she has to get her moment in the spotlight there, says that the Lincoln-Riley Act gives the green light for Trump to terrorize our communities. Okay, let's digest this a little bit. What happened to her? She was a college student here in Georgia. She was out jogging. She was abducted, raped, and violently killed by an illegal immigrant who had been released by our own federal government. Were we at war with that federal government?
Right.
No, it was the policy at the time that would release them. And then we've made a law. It's now an act to protect our citizens from these violent criminals.
Right.
And she says that gives the green light for Trump to terrorize our community. What
He's
in the
he's a big idiot too.
My God. So Kristi Noem has been out in the front. They're already threatening to impeach her. And tomorrow, this is a very scary thing. Tomorrow is National Law Enforcement Day. And she said that people should do something nice for the ICE agents and for law enforcement tomorrow. I don't know. I think we're going to have a violent day tomorrow. And I brought this up. Let's just see here. This is you can go to the Homeland website, DHS, and they list It's the criminals. Let's just look at Minnesota. So this guy, sexual conduct, 4th degree of a 13 to 15-year-old. From well, it doesn't say where he's from. This person, sexual abuse of a minor. This person, escape of a prisoner with gang affiliation to Trinidad. This person, sexual conduct in force on a minor. This person, DUI. This person, domestic violence. Do these look like people you want to be your friends and neighbors? Aggravated assault with a weapon. Domestic violence, driving under the influence, damaging property, and violating probation. Smuggling people, their own people.
Yeah.
Assault, fraud, larceny. This goes on for, well, it lists 14 pages, but there's probably more. You know, I went to page 14. Assault with weapons, fraud by wire, failed to register as a sex offender, heroin seller. Are these people you want to keep in your neighborhood? These are the people you're calling your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones? I'm sorry. These people aren't nice.
Nope.
Now, are good people in there? Yes, absolutely. I'm sure. No. All right, we'll switch gears here because we're going to run out of time. So the Senate was voting today to advance some legislation to cut off the War Powers Act with Trump. It was being debated in the House when we came on. They're probably still arguing. Trump says that we will run Venezuela for years. I'm still not clear what that means. I really would like to see, you know, maybe a flow chart or something. Yeah, we're getting their oil, we're taking their money, and we're forcing them now to buy American goods. What's the flow chart? How does this end? What is our exit plan? That's what I want to know. How the hell do we get out of this mess? And in Russia. All right, so I want to talk about this real quick. So yesterday we talked about the Bella 1. They had changed the registration to a Russian vessel and painted a Russian flag on it. And so therefore Russia said it was their ship, even though the registration was not, but whatever. We'll just ignore that for a moment. What was this ship carrying? What was so important? They sent a submarine, a destroyer, and Putin's private yacht. What was so important on that vessel that they sent military ship? Okay, but they sent his private yacht and a submarine. You don't just send a submarine willy-nilly somewhere. What was so important? Was it something that would embarrass the Russians? Is it something that they were smuggling out of the country that we needed to know about? Was it just oil? What was so important? You send a nuclear submarine in your private yacht to.
Can I ask you,
You can ask
what
anything.
damage would the private yacht have done? I don't understand that. If I have a private yacht, it ain't going out there.
It had his special forces on it, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had his version of special forces. But the Royal Air Force and United States government beat them to it. But okay, so what? First off, we need to know the answer to that. What were the contents? Who were the crew? That was something I'd really like to know. And then my next question after all this, so we've seized this vessel. Now we have their government threatening to attack with the torpedoes the U.S. and British ships, including the American Coast Guard. And he said that they were way out of their jurisdiction. That's actually not true. And some of the media is reporting that as well. That's not true. What was so important that you're now threatening to go? You took our ship, which wasn't even our ship, but now we're going to nuke you. We're going to kill millions of people. What is on that ship that is that important?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. You can debate whether we should have or shouldn't have done it. We did it. It's too late. It's done. But we had told them we were going to do it. So it's not like we hadn't pursued this thing from the Caribbean to the cold Arctic. So, I mean, it's like, you knew we were coming. So say here exactly. Irregular armed guards boarding shadow tankers. And then one of these pictures down here shows his private yacht that they've painted up with a military. Well, I may not be this one, but they put up a military sticker and it's his private yacht with irregular armed guards. So I don't know where the hell Brenda went. Brenda's back. Where'd you go, Brenda? So
I don't know. You keep kicking me out.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right. The U.S. right now, everybody I know is sick or has been sick. The flu is surging. If you look here in the pretty much most of the east side of the Mississippi is very high. So everybody I know is sick. And I'm sure people are sick. So the flu is going crazy right now. And the thing is, there's not a whole lot they can do for it while you got the flu. It's just got to run its course. Stay away from people.
Yeah.
Chris says, I read Trump had every season of The Apprentice on DVD he carried on the boat just to be an asshole, and Putin was pissed. You're fired.
I'm gonna come.
Oh no, not that one. That's what he said right before he took the vessel.
We have people in Washington that don't know what they're doing.
Amen.
Right?
I don't know. All right, I'm done. So now Rubio he's either in Denmark or Greenland. I don't know. That guy has not slept in weeks. He looks horrible. I feel sorry for him.
Him and Trump, man. I don't think those people ever sleep.
Rubio's doing a great job. I wish that they would I wish Trump would shut up and let Rubio speak more, because usually you get more concrete stuff from him rather than so yeah, now he's meeting with Danish leaders. They're going to have high level meetings. I understand. I was looking at a military site, and the military has been ordering flyovers on Greenland for the past 24 hours. I don't know why. We're just trying to intimidate. I don't know why. Oh, this little guy is out of the highlights, so he's got to speak up and say something. He wants to see security. Zelensky does. He's saying he wants peace, but he wants to see security. He says we're basically ready, but he wants money and he wants security.
Yeah. Yeah, always money with this guy.
So he's out of the headlines and he's trying to make headlines again. And of course, where was he? He was in Paris. So yeah, poor fella. He just wants money and security. So, I got out of order here. That Rubio is in where's he, in Denmark? Poor guy. He probably only sleeps on his plane when his phone's not ringing. Right. And this guy, Lindsey Graham. All right, I'll give you a quote. Lindsey Graham, shut the fuck up. Lindsey Graham warns Iranian leader Trump will kill you if he makes a chilling move, talking about attack on us. So, Lindsey, shut up. You're a senator. Just do your damn job.
God.
If you keep killing your people and not meeting the demands, Trump is going to kill you. No, we're not. We're going to come in and kidnap you. It's more fun that way. So shut up. Here's another one that should shut up. AOC.
Oh, God.
She is now saying that a Fox News host, what's his name? That guy down there on the screen, Jesse Waters, has sexually harassed her. He invited her on the show, and she says he has sexualized and harassed me on his show, and he is engaged in horrific sexual exploitive rhetoric. What? What? Do we have the nude pictures of you on the internet? What the hell is she talking about?
She's an idiot. She is the reason why shampoo bottles come with instructions. What? She's she's an idiot.
Yeah. And let's also talk a little bit about this. One of the comments is, and even one of the co-hosts on the show said that was a bit creepy, but he made a comment that AOC wanted to sleep with Miller, who is Trump's legal chief or whatever you call it. And that prompted Gutfeld to say, well, that was pretty creepy. Let's remember what some of these shows are. Their news slanted their way, added with writers who write comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting all the news. Go watch other channels. For God's sakes, watch the CNNs, watch the Fox, watch them all. Go read, learn, educate yourself. Don't just believe one. So
didn't she say that Elon Musk made advances towards her? And there was somebody else. I guess she just thinks she's that damn hot that when people look at her and ask her questions,
she's a pretty lady. I mean, she's a pretty lady. I mean, I won't take that away from her. Inside, she's a horrible person. But come on, man. And whatever. But she's getting her moment, so let her have it. Marco needs a nap. And Chris says, was this as legit as the sexual assault she said during J6 when she wasn't even there? Yeah, probably. So, yeah, she wasn't even there. I don't even want to report the story. This is as bad as the Minnesota thing. Democrat Stacey Abrams is making a decision whether to run for governor of 2026. Please, God, no. She lost. You lost. Go away. Get over it.
Right?
She came close to being the first black governor. I thought Virginia had the first black governor. Wasn't it Wilder? Wasn't he the first black governor? I have to go back. I don't think that article is correct, but yeah, she's considering a third straight run. Well, you know what? In one way, there's a Muslim female running. There's Abrams running. God, there's a whole list of people running. Let him go fight it out. Best man win, and then we'll go vote. So, but God, please.
Yeah, this would be funnier if they all got in bathing suits and threw a bunch of baby oil down in a kiddie pool and see who's the last man standing.
What was the video? Two tribes go to war, where they had Gorbachev and Reagan fighting in a ring. You know, yeah, we elected you to be governor. Now you got to go get into a cage match with the other 49 governors, and the best man wins, climbs the top of the ring. That's would be better.
That's right.
Oh my God. American politics are just horrible. All right. We're going to talk about something. We're just going to totally go off the rails here. Another coach was fired. Oh my God. The horror. Another NFL football coach has been fired. This time it was Mike McDaniels.
What is going on with football?
Do you want facts or do you want my opinion?
Well, I mean, they're firing all of their head coaches.
Let's look at a couple of the coaches. We'll take just off the top. We'll take the Cleveland Browns, the Miami Dolphins, and the Baltimore Ravens. They all three have had quarterbacks, and the quarterback is your team captain, your team leader. He's the one in charge. So they're taking a quarterback who is, and we'll throw Washington in, but Washington didn't get fired. The coach didn't get fired. They have a quarterback who gets injured easily. Once your main player goes down, you have built the entire preseason up and given this guy the keys to the embassy. And now that he's injured, you got to bring in the backup guy. Well, in some cases, like both Miami and Cleveland, the backup guy has gotten hurt. So what happens is you have a team leader and play caller who hasn't played with the other 10 men on the field routinely. And he's also supposed to remember everything they're supposed to know. So it's really hard to be a coach when you put so much money and time and investment into a player who is injury plagued. It doesn't, and you are married to that person. And in
Why
each
don't
of the
you have a
cases,
backup for a backup for the backup?
well, like Cleveland was down to like their fifth string. And the kid was Deion Sanders' kid. He had a horrible rookie season, but he came from a junior college that really shouldn't compete in the SEC, or doesn't compete in the SEC. It wasn't a collegiate tier 1 school. He came from that as a second year quarterback straight to the NFL, where it's much faster, much larger, and the plays are more diverse. And they expected him to survive. I'm sorry. He got his ass handed to him. And but that's the problem. These coaches are married to them. So and Chris is right. They're great at holding clipboards. They give clipboards. They are the ones that do a lot of the training from the clipboard. They do more coaching than the actual coach does a lot of times, but they don't do the play time. They don't have their hands on the ball. So but
Wow.
yeah, so now we have the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Cardinals, the Raiders. Once again, Raiders, he was tied to a bad quarterback. Falcons, same deal. He was tied to a quarterback. I don't even know what the Giants have, a pretty good quarterback. I don't even know who the hell the quarterback is for the Titans. But yeah, you're married to this team captain that.
Well, maybe some of them should figure out getting a divorce.
I agree. I think we should have a rule where you have more than one starting quarterback. I mean, I really feel that should be the case, because
that's what I'm saying.
It's a long season, and these guys, and the ones that get hurt are typically the smaller quarterbacks, the smaller mobile quarterbacks. But the problem is, you have 200-300-pound guys running at you and tackling you. You're gonna get hurt. I mean, whether you sprain your ankle, your wrist, break a finger, break a nose, you're going to get hurt during this season. So
maybe they need to fatten up those little guys a little bit, take them to the gym, you know.
Well, I mean, but see, that's the difference in quarterback styles. You have the young quarterbacks that are skinny and mobile and can run and throw the ball, and then you have the big guys who can stand and take the hits. And there's not a happy balance. I mean, when you've got 5 300-pound guys trying to drag you into the dirt, that's their entire job for 60 minutes of play. Wow. The Dolphins are looking for a new coach, and so are the Ravens, and God knows what the Browns quarterback situation is going to be. I don't even know if they know. Falcons, I don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be. So, and that's the other thing. Some of these guys are just like, screw it, give me the $1 million if we win. Cool. If we don't, I'll go to the next team, or I'll retire on my millions of dollars. But yeah, so, and this the ESPN goes into the pros and cons of each job. They say that actually Baltimore and Cleveland are two of the best teams to take a job if you're a head coach. Here's Las Vegas. I don't know that I'd want to be a coach there, because you got the owner who, well, he'll just fire you on a moment's notice, which has been the Raiders' tradition for life. And now we have a co-owner in it that is definitely going to be hands-on with Tom Brady. Do you want a guy who's going to fire you if your kicker misses a field goal, and an owner that comes and yells at you after every one? So,
damn.
Maintaining the field, the turf, and not in places like Buffalo. Good Lord, the snow and the elements. Yeah, so I don't know. So there's plenty of job openings if you decide that you want to be an NFL coach. I advise you, if you can get the job, take the money and then leave in 3 years. So
walk around and look good with a clipboard.
Exactly. Just take the money and run. I don't know. So we've got, let's see, what else can we get into? FEMA, well, they did have a daily report for us today. Today is Thursday. Yeah. Things they're watching: winter weather in the Colorado, New Mexico, Severe weather in Oklahoma. We'll touch on that in a minute because that's going to move across relatively quickly and could actually be violent here in the South the next couple of days. Looking at the president's schedule, he had a photo op with U.S. Attorney Generals at 10. At 11, he got his intelligence briefing. He didn't tell me about that. And then at 1, they called an impromptu press conference. It was live when we came on. I'm sure it's probably over by now. Yeah, it is. And I'm sure in the Senate they're probably still arguing with each other. So, well, no, they're not actually arguing at the moment. So that's good. They're not arguing. What's going on over here in Congress? What are they arguing about right now? Nope, they're on break, so everybody's on lunch right now. So tonight this afternoon at 5:30, he's going to participate in a policy meeting, whatever the hell that means. Looking to see if there are any breaking news. Senate advances a resolution to limit Trump's ability to attack Venezuela. You're a day late, or maybe 2 days late, or 3 days late. So you're a little late for that one there, buddy. Let's see. We're going to release prisoners. That's probably the Russian. We're going to repatriate them back to Russia, but they live in Venezuela. Okay. We have withdrawn from certain UN organizations over the past 24 hours. We talked about Rubio. He's going to meet with the Danish officials. We're going to take over. God almighty. I have tried to stay away from this controversy, but there was a plaque honoring to police officers that defended the Capitol on J6. Well, apparently it got misplaced and there was some back and forth about wherever it was. And apparently we've located it and we're now going to put it somewhere in the Capitol. So yeah. Let's see. House refuses to override 2 Trump vetoes as the Republicans stick with the president. I don't even know, what did Trump veto? Local communities. Oh, that was the one with the water for Colorado. Yeah, that one was kind of, why did he veto that one? I don't understand. In designating a site in the Everglades as part of an Indian reservation. I don't know why he vetoed those. Let's see.
I seen one the other day that him and RFK are going to all the water companies and telling them that they need to remove the fluoride system.
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out later this month. So
yeah.
Families rush to Venezuelan prison, hoping their loved ones are among those freed. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Vance says he's running a meeting on Venezuela every other day. Well, he should be. He's the vice president. Says that we're going to take Greenland security more serious. Well, that's probably why we've been flying over them with the military. So Spain says 5 of its citizens have been freed by Venezuela. Okay. We're going to get a new prosecutor. That was one thing that came out of the press conference. That's just what we need. Another fucking lawyer. That's just what we need. Another lawyer. So.
Well, we got 1 minute left, and I'm going to tell you, I haven't been as uppity because I got straight up out of bed and sat in this chair, and I have been trying not to laugh real hard because I don't want to pee myself. We got 1 minute, and I'm running to the bathroom.
There you go. Well, there's the Netherlands military helicopter off the coast of Venezuela. There's a Colombian ship or vessel plane. Let's see. Well, we're sending something down there. That looks like that's headed to Colombia. Let's see. I don't see anything up over. Well, this is that's a Canadian one. We don't care. Are we up over Greenland? No, I don't see anybody over Greenland. So, all right. Well, that's good news. We're not invading them at the moment. So,
I've seen a video of a guy who owns one of the little islands there in Greenland, and he's going to dedicate it to the United States. He's going to let them have it.
Cool.
He's going to give it to him. He understands there's something that goes on there that actually can help everybody. So I don't know what the hell he was talking about, but I just seen it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
There's all
I'm
of
not sure if I had an island if I would just give it away, but hey.
Well, I got a funny story about that. I was almost given an island. I actually turned it down out of conscience when I was a paramedic at a chemo center here in Atlanta. One of the guys, he didn't have any family, didn't have any loved ones, and he owned an island in off the coast of North Carolina. And me and him talked about fishing all the time and stuff. And he's like, "Well, I'm going to give you the island." And I'm like, "Sir, I can't accept that. That's wrong of me as a paramedic." And so I refused it. But yeah, he was going to give me an island. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I went and looked at it later thinking, man, I probably should have done that. But
Idiot.
do you know how an island is? You have to have a goddamn navy. You have to have it's just a lot of work. And I was like, yeah, I don't really think I want to. I don't think I want an island. I don't like mowing my fucking lawn here. You think I want to mow the lawn on an island?
You just throw a bunch of goats over there. It'll be mowed on its own.
Peter would probably get on me, so you can't take goats to
island, buy one, get one free.
So, yeah, I turned down an island. I was like, I don't want an island. I'll pass.
Oh, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. I want to thank everybody. WZQR has already tuned us out. They're going to their stupid show that follows us. That's not up the middle. So they don't get the closing, but everybody at Dare Talk Radio, Radio X Country, and Radio X Rock and Roll, thank you for allowing us to tickle your ears. And if I don't tell you guys and gals in Australia enough, we really do appreciate your love and support. And we also, of course, want you to come over and follow us on Channel 12 Streaming TV Network, where you'll see our entertaining news show 2 nights a week. Brenda's show will be over there. And there's all kinds of other good shows, cartoons, movies, classics. $9.99 a month. Tell them the Sportcat sent you, and or buy a year for $99, one or the other. But yeah, we're gonna do that. Actually, starting a week from today, isn't it? So we'll have our first show airing over there. So that's supposed to be. So we're still working at the final whatever technical aspects of it, but it'll be a lot of me running my mouth and Brenda going, "You're dumb." So which is pretty much a regular 2-hour show. So. Brenda, you got anything going on between now and tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to get that pre-recorded show done tonight. We didn't get a chance to do it last night because of everything I had going on. So
that'll be on Channel 12 Streaming TV Network. So there you go.
It will.
There you go. So make sure you're already over there. You're doing. I'm a slacker. So, all right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same location.
Do you have an exit button?
Yes, I do. I have an exit button. So we're going to get out of here. Please, before you leave, it doesn't cost you a thing. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We'll see you guys and gals tomorrow. Thank you for everything.